Alright, hey there, Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and welcome back to the Ni No Kuni and the Wrath of the White Witch Let's Play. And if you didn't miss out during the last one, well, we just went and continued onwards throughout the Miasma Marsh, and now we're getting one step closer to be almost finishing off within the actual area itself. We just have to go and battle with the boss known as the Vileheart, and from what I have been gathered is that you do want to have a recommended level, hopefully at least around within the upper 40s, or a little bit within the level 55 range if you are doing a lot of training throughout your time. Now for me, however, is that I have been doing a little bit of some training on and off, and unfortunately I do have kind of a little bit of a mixed type of team that's going on, but either way we should at least be somewhat fine, because again, I'm not going to really be going and using most of the familiars that I have on my party throughout this point in time in this episode, because what we are going to basically be doing is that I have a strategy of my own so that we can be able to at least get ourselves getting that W for what we do need within the Vileheart battle. Now there is two different phases of Vileheart. The first one is being right here in the Miasma Marsh, but the next one is going to be within our time of the outer part of Perdia, I want to say, because we do have to go and do something else within that phase, because later on we are going to see that the Mornstar is going to be even more powerful than what we just went and just did a little bit of a while back. I think maybe within the past episode, I want to say before this one, or maybe a little bit before when we started heading on into the actual Perdia type of part from there. Now, throughout Vileheart does have some annoying toxic type of moves, so be careful. He does have a move called Vile Driver, which is basically a big AoE effect that kind of causes a big huge shake around within the area, so don't stand around where he's going to be at all that too much, so be in the outermost part of the battlefield, kind of like what we did before within the pig tank battle back over at Hamlin. Now, we are going to try out something cool, and this is going to be the Unleash Power. This is going to be our summoning type of spells that we are going to be doing. Now, this is going to be something that you are going to be heavily using throughout most of the other boss battles that we are going to be having to face, because like by this point now, once we actually have this Unleashed spell, we are going to be absolutely going way overboard within this spell. Now, not only that, but Vileheart is actually weak to light damage, so make sure that you do have Twinkle Twinkle, which I don't know why that they would actually name this move, but it is one of the more high power light type of move damage that you can go and do off here. And the good thing is as well is that I know that I think during my time I did go and add in some extra new medicine and whatnot to us, so we actually have a lot of pixie dew and a whole bunch of other healing items so that we can at least be somewhat okay. But all that we're ever going to be really using is just Oliver and maybe Floroboros for a little bit of some time. But yeah, so that Everblade is doing a lot of damage. Now I think later on, I think throughout this battle is that I think Esther actually does give us a little bit of some extra cheer type of boosting method, so that we can actually be able to have a little bit extra more damage. But I know that I had to do a little bit of some editing here and there throughout the two different boss phases that are well happening throughout here, because most of the segments that are going to be happening are going to be quite lengthy throughout the cutscenes. Now, we actually do have Drippy, though. He is going to go and tell us that we have to be at least somewhat careful throughout most of his toxic spells, and also just kind of stay far away from when the Vile Driver move happens. But look at that, 208 damage right off the get-go right there. Okay, and after a little bit of some time, though, however, we got ourselves just a few more attacks to go here. Got ourselves with another Everblade attack. Yeah, so a majority of all these summons, I don't know if I went into more detail about it, but each of the summons are basically from our previous bosses that we just went and faced off with. So if you guys do go and see, we have like the Guardian of the of that Golden Grove area. We also have, I think also Bashra also shows up within also the Unleashed spell as well, which that's pretty cool. And then also, of course, we can't forget about Cereboros, which he kind of works around with more so of the Blizzard and the Ice type attack ranges. But unfortunately, that Ice type of attack is not going to really help out within the Vileheart battle. But there we go. So Vileheart's already down and out, but it's still not over just yet. And there we go. We're going to get ourselves with a lot of EXP right there. Yeah, either way, like, even that we got ourselves like a little bit of some extra EXP level ups throughout Swain and some of those other familiars, we're still going to be in the level 20s. We'll still have to kind of do some extra more off recording around within there as well too. But within these two videos for today, not only are we going to be just doing Ni No Kuni and the Wrath of the White Witch, but we're also, of course, going to be continuing onwards with some more of what Ocarina of Time is going to be. We are going to have to head off into the Gerudo Desert and do some stuff within there so that we can reach off into where the Spirit Temple is going to be happening. Alright, so there's that Soul Snare, I think that's what it's known as, right? Which that apparently has Alicia in there, I guess. Yeah, for what we have seen throughout the past cutscene. But what's going to happen now is that we're going to be seeing a little bit of a flashback that is going to happen. And we're going to see the events that are going to unfold, just like what we kind of saw before when Shadara was meeting up with Alicia from the very beginning. But look at this place. This place looks absolutely ominous. Oh, man. Now, within the Miasma Marsh, there is the palace, I think, that's inside within that area, and I believe it's actually known as a place as Nevermore, and that is where Shadara is going to be. So we're just one step closer. We got the second last boss right here, and then we got Shadar, but there's still gonna be plenty more other bosses that we're gonna still have to go face off with. From what I've seen, is that we got like King Tom and I think also with Lola as well too, out of all stuff, but that's gonna be happening somewhat later on after the Shadar events that are gonna take place. So now we get to have an actual front row seat into, well, for what this whole standoff is going to be. Hopefully Oliver can at least go and do something around here to kind of at least hopefully try to put a stop to this.
Surely not. You know you will never return. Not to
so she actually uses her own breach of time spell. And I guess this is how we all kind of know about how she actually went and showed up to Mortarville in the first place, I guess. Whoa. Yep, and then Shadar just magically just pops up right behind us. Now, I think for the second Vileheart boss battle, I think there's one type of change of moves that does happen, but we'll see that later.
I'm going to take care of you, sweetie. You'll be okay. I know you will.
So now we get to see all the events now actually unfold while she actually shows up here into Mortarville. So now we kind of know about how Oliver was born in that area. Well, I think we already kind of know about that, right? By Drippy, because the mom is the Great Sage Alicia all this time. But outside, out of this little dream type of world that we're in right now, Oliver's not in the best of state. And the cool thing about what happens here is that we actually get to go and play as Esther for a little bit. So if you ever want to go and do any type of saving or do any type of extra buying or anything of that beforehand, before the second boss battle, which again, the second battle with Vileheart is really not all that too bad, because once we get the extra boost of the Mornstar, this battle is like 10 times easier than what the first battle was. And unfortunately, without Oliver, we do not have any type of spells. So we don't have the Springlock spell. We don't have nothing, since Oliver's in this type of state right now where he cannot go and literally move around. But all that we have to go and do is just head right back out to, I want to say, the entrance area of this place. And have to go and meet up with Swain. Because it seems like for whatever reason, Swain does not want to go and well, basically just kind of check up on Oliver. I know that Swain has always been somewhat of a shady guy, you know. He always kind of wants to just be, always kind of be left alone by himself, I guess. Because I guess he has other things on his mind instead. Whoa. Yep. And there he is. Vileheart for a second time. So now it looks like if Swain and Esther are going to have to go and do the battle themselves, but we don't have to really worry about that for right now.
Hey, Mom. Everything I went through, was it all for nothing? Who's
Oh,
there?
and there's P again.
P. How did you get in here?
Easy peasy. I can go.
Well, she is like somewhat of like a ghost, right?
I'm always here, Oliver, looking after you.
Yeah, she's our concerts.
I couldn't save my mom.
Now, I believe throughout what this segment is going to happen here now is that
For nothing.
we're going to go through all the past events that we've literally been through out here in this game, and it's going to make Oliver get more engaged into what
Okay.
everything is transpiring right now. And then that's going to help out with the Mornstar to get even more powerful than it actually has to be.
But I've never felt so full of beans.
So those are the guards back over at Ding Dong Dell. That was our very first time actually helping them out with the broken-hearted issue, well, for the beginning of our locket.
You're not wrong. It's like a whole new place. And we owe it all to that young lad.
Yep, and we also helped out with the whole issue with King Tom, right?
They were the very first people you ever helped. One of them was broken-hearted.
Yep,
I remember.
and then that was how we also went about with the Hickory Doc as well too, right? With the mouse.
Well, Hickory Doc's up to his old tricks. One shall soon knock some.
And there was our first of many wands.
Guess what, Miss Layla? My dad got up early to cook breakfast. And that's not all.
Right, yeah, we also can't forget that we also helped out with Esther's other side, right? Back over at Motorville, and then we also helped out with Lola.
Please? Who can tell their dear old man what a fairy can't be doing without? Yes, you by there? What's that? Oh, dead wrong you are. It's love time, it? The reason as fairies are so cute is to give them humans a proper laugh.
Oliver's magic may still be.
Yeah, and then also too, we also got Marquesa back together, right?
But I
We made sure that we got his belief back.
believe in his gift.
Keep up, Genghis. You gotta pick up the pace, boy. Hey, don't tug the leash.
And then there's also with Kublai as well, the captain of the Sky Pirates.
We do not fight for any kingdom. We fight for all who stand against Shadar.
There is no.
Yep, and then I think this was the last of the saving of most of the other people that were brokenhearted was also with Kulan as well. Oh, and also with Philip as well too.
And this one goes there. Ah, I feel like my brain's gonna explode. But I'm gonna crack this. You see if I don't.
The one who heals the brokenhearted. The savior of this world of sadness. I'm talking about you.
And I remember this part as well
You
too.
were the one who was there for
This
the
was like during, I want to say,
you who
a
healed
little
their
bit throughout,
disease.
like halfway throughout the game, I think.
So proud of you, my Oliver.
Everyone was. It was.
Ah, you see, Oliver? You gave something special to all those people.
Yep, and it was all you, Oliver.
It was.
And
me.
also, you can't forget about with Swain and Esther as well too in the process.
You're welcome.
I've gotta go. There are people who need me.
Yeah.
And now I believe at this point in time now, we should at least be able to get some brand new spells to be unlocked too.
That's your power. The power of your heart.
And let's see what we go and get from here. So the true power of Mornstar has been unleashed into the purity of Oliver's heart. So very nice. So now our Mornstar is a little bit better now. And we also have the Mornstar spell. So it looked like Esther and Swain didn't really go and put up too much of a fight, I guess, with the second phase.
It's time to bring this charade to an end.
Yes, let's finish this.
Oh yeah. And here we go. And just like that, we just zapped him right away like that. Just like Thanos.
Oliver!
I thought you'd never.
Oh, but now he's back.
You will pay for this.
Now, one thing that I do want to go and actually talk to you guys about is that during the time of Friday Night SmackDown, I don't know if you guys watched throughout the wrestling of that. I believe Rock just went and did his last other like promo, I think, because I think if I'm not mistaken, I don't think he's going to be showing up for a little while now. But he just went and did a the classic rock concert with him actually going out of the way and doing some of his songs that he kind of likes to make fun of the other different opponents from well, for whatever the pay-per-view or the event that's going to be taking place. I remember watching those a long time ago when Hollywood Rock was something that happened back in the day of like the Ruthless Aggression era. But after a little bit of some time here, though, I guess we're almost about to be finishing within our win. And I guess, like, also speaking about with the whole rock concert situation as well, too, I believe there has been some sort of, like, article going around now that that with Rock at this point in time, like, doing, like, a whole bunch of, like, different profanities and things, because, like, sometimes the other wrestlers can't really go and do that, but since he is, like, the head of the board and stuff, I guess he kind of has some extra leeway that happens, but most of the wrestlers are pretty upset about that. But I don't know, because I think, like, we are turning, like, somewhat of, like, that, of like, what WWE is, to more so like a TV 14 type of rating again, which that would be really nice. Hopefully that will show up at some point soon. But I know that they always like to do PG stuff. So yeah, so now basically Oliver has all of the memories from what has been going on throughout so far with his mom. And I think this is going to be a perfect enough good time for me to go and just end off the episode. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one of our time with some more Ni No Kuni, and of course, peace.